Hello friends, welcome back. It is December 12th and I just got back from a trip to the tropics and I got back to snow and ice. I was literally driving on the road on the way back from the airport and it was sleet and ice. And I was concerned about my greenhouse and how my fruit trees are doing inside of here. I've already taken a peek in here so I know what it looks like inside, but let me show you what happened while I was gone. First, we got to remove the high security measures we have here. I have leaves here that protect the bottom of the door because I haven't secured it just yet. So this is a very flimsy door design. I really don't like that about this greenhouse. It doesn't even have a latch. So I drilled some holes down there and I keep it with some twist ties. I think I'm going to put in a permanent door in here. So that's a different video, but let's open in here and see what it looks like inside. And what do you know? Everything is alive and well in the greenhouse. And right now, if we look at this thermometer, it's reading about 78 degrees up on this shelf. And if we look at the thermostat, it's reading about 69 degrees. This is the little thermometer here that it's reading. So everything is growing very well in here. To my surprise, only a few things are not doing so well. This is the hibiscus. I transplanted into this spot. It's producing a little bit of mold, so I might have to cut this off soon. But everything else looks like it's doing okay in here. This banana tree is getting a little yellow, so I'm not sure if it's getting enough sunlight or what. I am a little concerned about that, but we will assess in the future what is going on. This dragon fruit is even putting on some growth right now, which is exciting. I'm hoping to get some dragon fruits from this next spring. And the potted things are doing well as well. Look at this. These are yuzu seedlings. I have a Florida avocado in here. This is a pepper plant, is doing well. So we are doing quite well in here and I'm very happy. This little heater is doing its job. It comes on when it's 40 degrees and it goes off once the thermometer has reached 40 degrees. So there's a little bit of a variance between the levels. So it kicks on, warms things up a little bit. And so far we have not dipped below freezing in here because I haven't seen any damage. So that means that the heater is doing its job and everything is growing quite well in here. This yuzu should be okay being inside here. It could even be grown outside. But I wanted to make sure that if it produced any flowers, I would be able to grow them out. But I haven't seen anything just yet. No flowers from it. It did flower very early in the spring while it was planted outside. But I dug it out and brought it in here. I am noticing some aphids here. So I will take care of them by spraying them down with a hose. And that would be the first method I'll try. I think this is producing the aphids right now. These are eggplants that I'm overwintering and they are infested. So I'm gonna take this bucket outside, maybe tomorrow, once it's a little bit warmer outside, and hose it down. They don't really survive after you hose them down, and then bring them back inside. I'll do that for a few days, and after that, I should be able to take care of the aphid problem. There's more aphids on this guy right here. So the eggplant is definitely bringing in aphids. I don't want that. So I'll figure out a way to get rid of them. This is my propagation station for some figs. I noticed that it has some buds that are pushing out. So I think these are going to root out pretty soon. I have some over here that are even farther along. These guys are showing a lot of growth. And we are in the middle of winter, so this is good. Well, technically, we're not even in winter yet. But you know what I mean. It's cold enough. And check out this coriander. I dug out this coriander out of the ground and put it into a small little pot. And it's growing so happy inside the greenhouse. So that tells me that they really enjoy cool weather rather than the hot weather that I thought it needed. I also have a few cuttings. These are Meyer lemon cuttings, and I believe this is a key lime cutting actually. So this is going to be really nice. I'm going to be able to grow more citrus inside this greenhouse because this greenhouse seems to do really well for citrus. This is the Meyer lemon inside the greenhouse, and check out this beautiful lemon. Check Check out the color on this thing. It is almost ready. A little bit of green on this side. Once it gets ripe, I'm going to harvest this lemons and make an awesome lemonade. Hopefully they give me seeds, and I will plant those seeds and use them to propagate other cuttings with. So I'm going to grow out the seedlings and hopefully propagate them and graft them. This is the flower that I hand pollinated, but it looks like it's dead, unfortunately, so that didn't work. Hopefully we'll get one that pollinates. This one, hopefully I'll watch it a little bit more closely, and I will hand pollinate this one, and hopefully I can get them to get pollinated so that they can stay on. I even have a tomato plant in here. I actually, right over there is a tomato growing, and inside the greenhouse. This tiny little guy, and I saw one that dropped the other day, so I got to pick that one up. So far I haven't noticed any increase in my electricity bill, but it hasn't been all that cold. The coldest we have gotten so far was 22 degrees on one night, and the heater did its job and it was totally fine. I think what is helping in here is that I have a ton of 5-gallon buckets, and they are all filled with water. So there's about 10 to 12 of them in here, so that's about 60 gallons of water, and they get heated up during the day and they release a little bit of that heat during the nighttime. I had planned to put in a compost pile in here somewhere, but after I put all the plants in here, I ran out of space, and I didn't want to sacrifice any space for the compost, so I'm deciding to pay a little bit more in heating by using the heater. Well, I would still be using the heater. The compost would just create a little bit of heat, which would be free energy, but it would take up about 3 feet wide in this area. So I don't really want to sacrifice that much space right now, but maybe in the future I'll figure out a better way to do the shelving over here, and then I could put the compost pile underneath the shelving, use the space above, and then that would be useful. This year is just an experiment year. It's the first year, so I'm testing things out, see how the greenhouse reacts around here. I'm hopeful that next spring I'll plant out more plants in here, and hopefully we will have a better selection of plants, because plants are really expensive right now. I went to the nursery store and I saw one type of citrus. It was $60 for one tiny plant. So I'm hopeful that I'll find more deals for citrus in the spring. I know Home Depot brings in some citrus, but they bring Meyer lemons and limes, but I've seen some other cool things in there before, so I want to be able to grab some of those things while they are here, because they're about $25, $30 per pot versus the $60 that I saw today. So like, I love citrus plants, but I don't want to spend a ton of money. I already spend quite a bit of money with this greenhouse, so I want to take it slow and make the right selection of trees so that I don't kill them, obviously. So this year I have my nice plants in here, but I can already tell you that next year we'll be acquiring some sweet new plants. I am still testing out this greenhouse, so I don't want to make a recommendation about it. I bought this on Amazon and it's working out well so far. So I want to experiment with it for another few months, and then I'll make a video about the greenhouse itself and how it is performing. That's all I have for you right now, but if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and please share it with your friends, and we'll see you on the next time.